Hiya everyone, welcome back to our YouTube channel today. It's currently Tuesday, just after Easter. Obviously a lot of you are probably back at work now. I hope you've all had an amazing time off with family, eating lots of chocky. Obviously Hagen got very spoiled. We got a few bits. Hagen got like a few different bluey tops, a little car, other little bits and pieces. We saw Michael's mum and dad on the Saturday. They came here, and then Sunday we went to mum and dad's for Easter Sunday dinner. And see my nanny as well, and that was lovely, and my sister, so Hagen's cousins. And then sort of yesterday we sort of relaxed, just stayed in, sort of videoed mum and dad, had a chill day, watched a bit of telly, some films. Didn't really get up to a lot because the weather was rubbish, so we just sat. We was going to go out the front, but we just had a nice relaxing day on the sofa. Weather was a bit rubbish, and I didn't really feel great. Due to just like time of the month and things, and obviously me coming off medication now, so it's all just been a bit up in the air, just trying to self-care, sort of work on myself. So yeah, so I'm up sort of now. I just thought I'd pop on. I did pop a short on of sort of like the renovation and the utility corner that we've done at the moment. So what I thought I'd do is I'd pop on and just do like a full out view, talk about the bit, show you them more in depth on an actual video. Yeah, so at the moment we've got the vinyl. I'm sorry, ignore the loud noise. Obviously Hagen is just playing around, so it might be a bit screamy here and there, but I'll try and keep it cut short as best as possible and clean as possible without any disruption. So this is the vinyl we got off Shein. They come in rolls, but they had to send them like separate, so we got 6 because I decided that I wanted to do the utility downstairs toilet, the walls, so it kind of like contributed through. A lot of the reviews did say it was going to come up like a grey kind of colour. So I was hesitating on the colour, but I wanted like a nice natural oak wood, but something with a bit of the golden tone to it. And I thought that just the completion of it now, and with the way it goes with the little cover that we've got here, and then obviously we've got this new little chopping board. I say chopping board, well, that's a chopping board, but we have some there from B&M behind. And then the little sort of spice rack, and then the little utensil set here we got from Shein. Everything just kind of contributes and matches really nice. And then we got our new tea, coffee and sugar. I think they were by like a unique seller. I think they were like £25 off Amazon. So if you just put in like glass or sort of wicker and like Soho is it? Like collections, they should come up. But I have linked everything on the shorts. But however, if you can't find them on there or here, I'll try and still link them below. So if you can't find them on here, they'll be on the shorts, or you might be able to just copy and paste the links on the browser, and it should just take you straight to it, whether you're logged into the app. I don't know if that's easier for anyone that's on a tablet maybe, because I know a lot of you are viewing on tablets at the moment. I think a lot of my audience, so whichever way you can view it possible. If not, just let me know and I'll try and send it via a different way for you guys to access. Yeah, so I think roughly these worked out about £16 each on Shein if you just put in like vinyl stick wrap. And then we did have, so this drawer we've kind of moved out a little bit now, and to put our towels. So we got this in a set, so it's basically just like smoothens it out when you're applying it. It can be quite fiddly, so obviously I had to help Michael do it. We did get a few little kind of not tears, but like across the back, because he wanted to put some white mastic down, so I wanted it to be clear, just to make it look a bit more new, a bit more modern. Yeah, and obviously it was a bit difficult to do around here, around the edges, but it's come out lovely. Obviously we are thinking to also potentially get a new sink at some point as well, because we did paint it with some metal paint, but it is starting to chip, so that might be the next couple of months. We may potentially just get a black sink. Recently got a new egg hut as well, but yeah, with this we had to sort of like go across. There was a bit of a line at the back, bit difficult to get around the sinks, and we had to kind of cut off here because Michael wanted to go the whole way across. So we had to do an extra bit here, and then we come across this part again to get round here, and I think we went up to probably this part here, and then obviously we did that bit, and then we just touched in a bit of the paintwork. We have also done our bedroom because it was supposed to be touched in just as we moved in, and there's just been some odd little bits that have been bugging us for the last like 2 years. So I just thought, right, well, while we're doing and changing photos around upstairs, obviously we'll show you the vinyl and bits upstairs afterwards, we'll just touch those in. So yeah, so we're going across, so we've got that. So then I think next month I want to buy the cream Smeg kettle and toaster, because we've got some money towards it, whichever. And then I wanted to get like a cream sort of wooden knife set, Michael's mum and dad have currently got the tea, coffee and sugar like sets. So eventually then I want to kind of get, I still love the black, but I'm trying to get probably potentially a new white clock, get rid of that. I know we've still got some grey, we've got the radar that's grey, but you never know, grey could come back in. At the time I probably thought, yes, I should have bought a black one. We've recently got like a little new, you know, kitchen roll stand, because the other one just kept getting wet. It didn't have a stand on it. This vase is from Tesco, I believe it was £10, and then I got some artificial tulips off of Shein. I think they, did I get them together or did I get them separate? I think they come in packs of 6, so I got a creamy white, which I think is this shade. I have got quite a strong scent to them as well, but it should die down after a while. And then I ordered the white as well. So yeah, roughly 6 if you've got this kind of size vase, just does enough justice. And they just sat in beautifully as well. So it worked wonders really. And then got some new mugs recently. And then again, want to get a new microwave. I think I've looked at like a cream one in like Russell Hobbs or Bosch, like just gathering some ideas together in my Amazon basket. So yeah, and I did like, we've got some new handles off of Shein as well, because the other ones were painted, and then Michael sort of cleaned down the cabinets. Originally my idea was that I wanted to do white on the top of the board, but I might save it for the next home in the future and then get gold handles. But everyone's like, no, the black looks quite nice, it looks elegant, which it does, to be honest. It does bring out the wood, which I'm quite glad about, to be fair, as well. And then again, our fridge and new washing machine, because we had to get a new washing machine as well, because that was just burning everything. So that's recently new. Boiler's been playing up, so we've had to sort of look into getting that sorted. So everything's just been chaotic the last few weeks and months. So we're just trying to get up and running again. There's always something when you think you're doing so well with things, and then the next thing you know, things just crumble and then the world comes crashing down. But hey, there's more to life than worrying, I suppose. But we're just lucky to have such amazing people around us that, yeah, we're just very, very grateful. But yeah, I absolutely love these. So they're actually glass as well, but the stickers actually come with them, double-sided, which makes them look amazing. But I just thought they were so different. And I love all this kind of theme at the minute. It's just so popular. Then I did have the idea of painting the back wall like a blue, but then the black does go, and then I think if we mix too much colour, I don't know whether it would go. Then I was like, oh, should we put wrap round this? And I thought it would have looked too much. But anyway, that's the kitchen at the moment. So then the end theme, yes, will just be like cream appliances. And then we'll just see how it goes. And if we decide to get a new sink, we might, or we might change the handles. We might just keep them. We don't know. But then Michael was like, oh, you've got grey blinds. And I'm like, yeah, but they're not really grey. And they're like a dove grey. That would just be a bit too silly. And then we've recently painted the radiator cover, because I thought there's no point really having to buy 2 new radiators in the room that are painted. I just thought, yeah, it's £60, like £30 each, but I thought, what's there to lose? So I just made it look a bit of a matte effect, just so it kind of contributed and matched up to the room. Hager's being a bit noisy, so I'll just continue in here at the moment because we don't have a door. And then we'll go over to the utility corner. So this worked out because I do these in B&M in black and grey anyway. However, I just went over this with some matte black paint around the edge. Brought some hangers down from upstairs, just used some metal black paint on these. This shelf actually came in a full wooden piece, similar to the ones that you may have seen in the lounge. So luckily, as we split them, we painted them black, and then this bar that we brought underneath to hang these hangers on just fitted lovely. Look how flush it just looks, perfect size and everything. When we measured it all up, we made sure we knew what we wanted, what we were expecting. And oh my gosh, guys, if you go to B&M at £2.50, takes 2 AA batteries, this lint roller is literally a godsend. If you have any bobbly clothes, get yourself one of these, because they are amazing. You can see the lint that's come off already. It's just like a little magnetic. So what you do is you just literally do that, and it just takes off all the lint and the bobbles on your clothes. You have to go over it a little time, but honestly, after a while, you literally notice the difference, and it is amazing. And then I think we got another one, which we gave my neighbour, but I might potentially buy another one and give one to Mum, because all of Dad's worktops do go a bit bobbly as well. Still got the sticky one. But anyway, carrying on. Then we've got, this was from Amazon as well. I think it was about £12 roughly. We have 2 of these in the downstairs bathroom toilet facility. We should have probably looked in B&M because these were probably like double the price. But anyway, I just thought because we were just doing a whole Amazon order, it just worked out better. because these weren't due to come like 2-3 days after, prior to building all of this. So we had to wait for the wicker basket and the 2 baskets. And then obviously the ironing board cover only just came literally like a week ago, because that had to be specially made. And it wasn't from across the UK, so we had to wait to have it like specially made, I think, because it was very hard to find a small or a big black ironing board cover. So we just threw all the other ones away. But these, I think, were about £12 each. So that's what we did with everything that was in here. So we've just left Michael's tools in there, and then we've literally just decided to put the towels up there. Moved that from that corner. So we've literally just painted that, painted like the brackets, got this cute little laundry room. I did look at like the wash, dry and fold stands, because I thought this was a stand up that I wanted to put sort of on here, but it's a stick-on one, which I still thought is lovely. And it still has everything there. And then Michael's just put some little hooks on here to actually sort of, you know, hang the washing, oh my gosh, my brain this morning, the ironing board. And then this was, I think, $49.99 or something like that for the whole unit. The back bit can come off, so you can just have the sides. And the wood, again, breaks it down. I did have some lilies on here, but I want to get some artificial ones because they're so messy, even though they're lovely. So I just got, I think they're the croissant ones. My nan likes these as well. Just some cheap ones for now until we get our next sort of pay. And then we decide on extra bits that we're going to get. And then these we've had for a while, but these, I think a lot of these are from B&M. We're trying the Lenore, but at the moment I've come out in this rash and I don't actually know if it is the products that we are using. And I think a lot of these you have to be quite careful with as well. That was from B&M, I believe, as well, which wasn't too expensive, I think like around the £3-4 mark. But yeah, we put all our bits in here, and these can actually come out as well, so they are really, really good. So they just come off, and you can just move it over to your washing machine, because obviously like us, we don't have a proper fitted corner. I did want the idea, because we have a washer and dryer, we haven't got a separate washer dryer. So the idea, obviously, I do like is if we could have stacked them, but because we don't have that kind of corner, we just made use of what we could to put here, and obviously we can just still bring it over to the washing machine. So, and it was just such an unused area. Like, you know, we had Hagen's table and chairs, which was fine, but now we're just keeping his bedroom for when he has his dinner, or eventually we have some friends over, so it can still be ideal. And then obviously we just had the high chair, which is now in the loft because he's getting older now, so he mainly just sits with us or on the at the table. So we just thought, and I kept seeing these laundry ideas, and I thought it's just perfect to create such unused space. And yeah, I just kept looking at it, and I'm so in love with it. My favourite part will obviously just be constantly using this little lint roller. And then this I've had for a while, which was from B&M. I do believe they still stock these, and these little cactuses. And then we've just put the jug and, you know, the ironing board, the iron in here as well. So yeah, it's just super, super cute. Can't remember where we got this from. It could have been somewhere like Tesco's or potentially B&M again. It could have been B&M. And then we'll go into the toilet, where we've done the same vinyl on the kitchen worktops on the walls. This was quite a fiddly job, to be honest. Obviously, I should have lined up the paintwork a little bit better. But yeah, it's come out not too bad. He's managed to go the best as he could behind the radiator. But yeah, it just gives such a natural look, and for literally what it is as well, it does look expensive. It doesn't, you know, feel like such a cheap wood, but it did take a little bit of time and getting used to. When I first came in here, I was a bit like, whoa, because it was white. But the idea of it was to keep this retro for him, because all this was off Shein as well, like however long it's been down for now, I don't know, quite a long time. But then obviously we had some vinyl that we brought back, and he did want to stick it down here, but I said with the herringbone and then having this, it would have looked too much. And my idea was to keep all this anyway, to eventually do this. And now when I just look at the kitchen, it just corresponds, it just matches through so well. So yeah, that's the job we did in here. And I think this must have took about a roll and a bit. We at least used one roll or two. Yeah, it was so it worked out wonders, really. And then I will move on to the vinyl upstairs and show you guys that. Here we have the vinyl in the bathroom upstairs. I literally love this herringbone look though, like it's so, so popular. There's a lot of my old teachers and people from school. It's in a lot of like trends at the moment, catalogues. I was kind of worrying, thinking that it wouldn't actually match all of the grey that we have. But it actually kind of, I think, brings it out. It kind of gives it a bit of a brighter feel, which I absolutely love. Like, even with like the bits of black, the white, the grey, I find it still actually pops it. Just ignore the horrible dirty rug. Like, we did actually end up cleaning like every single rug a week ago, like when we did the vinyls downstairs. But for some reason, they just seem to keep looking grubby, horrible and dirty. We literally like rinsed them out in the bath, used product, like the blue conditioner, because normally it's really fabulous stuff for hand washing. And yeah, everything just still looks mucky and horrible. Like, we use carpet cleaners, but obviously we thought, no, we'll give everything a proper wash. But yeah, this one's just horrible now. I think from where we've just been stepping in and out and things, like from where our feet have just been, it just keeps mucking it up. Yeah, so it's not a very good, a nice look, but there you go. Might have to look into potentially a different colour in the future. But that is the trouble with a lot of white, though. It can get very mucky. And I'm one of these, like, people that act like a single parent, but I'm not, that love white, but it's not ideal with children. So it's like one of those things as well where I do have to kind of think a bit more practical and think for like different colours, that everything can't just be white. That's why a lot of the stuff, mainly we have black, but then again, that can still show muck, but it's easy to wipe because it's like a suede. But yeah, we had Michael fitted this for us, so he's done a really, really good job. Spare bit of vinyl. Yeah, I'm just absolutely in love with it because he did want to put it downstairs, and eventually, like, if we get another house, I'd love to have it like running all the way through, depending like whether we have like a breakfast bar type kitchen or just a standard kitchen. I'd love to just have it flushed all the way through, like if it was like a full kitchen, diner room or whichever. But yeah, I just think it's gave it a whole new look. So this will be like probably, hopefully, the last one that stays in here now for the rest of the coming years that we are in this house for. So yeah, it's just amazing, really. And then just the last thing we've just done again is I've just moved the picture around. So we've just put this back in our room and then just put Hagen on the landing, which I think just works perfectly with all the other pictures. So that is pretty much it, guys. I hope that's given you a bit more of an insight on everything. Again, if you have any questions or if you can't access any links to anything and you love it, please give a thumbs up, like, share, subscribe. Recommend this channel if you have any friends or anybody that's interested. Please feel free, if you can, to keep this channel growing. I love watching it grow and seeing you guys joining in for the content and how much hopefully you guys are enjoying it and finding it relaxing, because we are quite a chilled, relaxing channel. We try and make it as authentic as possible for you guys. Yeah, and we really hope you guys are enjoying tuning in to us. We'll see you guys in the next video.